All right, there is a new Blitz coming out in competitive Madden that is taking it by storm. I know how the retention graphs on these videos go, by the way. A lot of you guys immediately watch the Blitz and click off. I don't believe defense really exists in this game still, and that is the sentiment that is repeated by the comp community. So even though I'm showing you a Blitz, I'm going to talk about how you can beat this Blitz as well, and I think it's a lot of stuff that you guys are going to want to hear. So we're in nickel 3-3. There's a few different formations you can do this from. I'm going to show that. Nickel 3-3. Currently I'm in linebacker Blitz 1. I'm going to spread my line, and I'm going to move these outside backers down and out. I'm now contained, or I contained my defense by double tapping RB, and you can see this is what the defense looks like. Now, when I snap this rock, you're going to see these cats come absolutely free. It's a pretty good Blitz. It's hard to pick up. You could also do it off of just one edge. So, for example, let's say we want to zone out this dude over here, put him in a hard flat or something, and we can snap it, and there's a good chance it can work off the left. And right there, it absolutely freaking did. Now, you don't only have to do this out of cover one hole. It's just the easiest to do it out of. Let's go cover 3 drop, right? We're here. Now, let's do it off the right side right here, which I don't know how well this is going to work, but it does work. We'll snap it, and let's see. Yep, came free off that right edge, and even got a sack fumble. Very nice. Round of applause, round of applause. So let's go into dollar now and show you how to do out of dollar, and you can kind of get the idea of how to replicate it, and I'm going to tell you how to attack this thing pretty easily, because the sentiment of no defense being in Madden 23 is never... actually may not have been any more true than right now. And again, if you guys want to disagree with me personally, that's fine. That is the overwhelming feedback from the competitive community. So... yeah, we're going to do this, right? Linebacker, move him down and out, contain him, boom. Now we're going to snap the ball. Right? You guys get the idea. You can do it on both sides with that too, setting 5. You can do it to just setting 3. And then the other idea would be to move him outright, you know, do something, I don't know, like this, and bluff it, right? Don't blitz anybody would be the thing. So just move him out, containing, and you don't have to be baselined either, like I said. You can kind of choose. Now, the issues with this defense is I hate any defense that you have to manually move players to get them into blitz angles, because I'm pretty fast with my fingers, and I'm pretty good at this, right? So let's time how long it takes me. Boom, we're here. We're gonna move him out. Boom, boom. He actually came back up. We'll pretend like he didn't come up right there. Let's say that takes 2 seconds, right? About 1 to 2 seconds it takes to do that. Now, if I have to make other adjustments, which I do to play any kind of defense, I don't have time to make those adjustments. And it's super susceptible of being quick snap. That's the easiest way to attack this defense, and it's how I super advise to attack this defense. Because, again, whenever you have people moving their players around like that, it's just so easy to quick snap it, right? Let's look at it out of dollar really fast right here, again, and we'll see just how fast. I mean, look, you got to move this guy out. Boom, 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 boom. And I know, so what some people are going to say is there is a way to set up this blitz by only shifting your linebackers. The issue is that it's not consistent. It's not as good as manually moving them out. So just keep that in mind. You manually move them out, you can get them in contains pretty consistently. Whereas if you do something like this, where I shift my backers, you see this guy actually gets in the contain, but he won't always get in the contain. Let's see, if I flip, is he still going to be in the contain? He might get out of it, or he might stay in it. He is staying in it right here, but that's not 100% consistent. Yeah, it's just not 100% consistent. So one way to attack it is literally just quick snapping it, which I highly advise. The other way, another way that I like to attack this style is whenever there's any kind of weird edge pressure coming in like that, what you can do is, one, always try blocking your halfback first or block 6 people, block an extra person somehow. But what you can do is something like this and see, how does this do? Did a good job, was able to pick up. That guy actually came kind of squirting through the C gap, but it did a good job picking up the blitz. All we did was motion block a wide receiver, right? Those really 2 ideas are going to be huge for attacking this style of blitzing. And again, you could do it out of a lot of different things, a lot of different sets, and I do think some version of this will be used at a fairly high level. I just still stand by the fact that if this is the best defense that we have, it's not that good. Man coverage after further testing is worse after the patch. I've been shown some nasty things in the game right now, and there's a tournament coming out tomorrow that you guys are going to see some of those nasty things happening tomorrow. It's the game's in a weird spot right now, man. Let's see what this looks like moving this guy out right here. Oh, he ended up popping out. Let's do this. Boom. Move him down and out. Let's snap it. Do they do the weird thing? No. And so you can see it actually does not work in every formation. And I think when it doesn't work, it's 4 down lineman sets, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So don't take me at my word for that, but that's what I believe. But it's super worth labbing furthermore and just seeing what else can come from it. The other decent defensive metas we have right now in the game is nickel over, which is still, I mean, it's all bad, but in the context of being bad, nickel over is okay, right? You have the mix up between sending everybody and going like a match coverage style. We have 3-3, which you can go like base coverage out of, or you can do that loop that I just showed you. 3-3 cub, which is 3-5 wide. People are audibling down to it, of course. And then you have the idea of running dollar, which is going to be a lot of spinner. Zone coverage has literally never been worse in Madden. One thing I'm going to make a point really fast for you guys, and this is just the fact of the matter, is that as of right now, 12-9-22. There is no good defense at a competitive level in Madden. I do not care what whoever tells you. The fact that there's just not good defense right now. There's slightly more formidable defense than others, but there's just nothing that's really consistent at a high level across the comp scene that is really going to do a good job of actually defending decent players. Most of the stops that are happening right now in Madden are off of fluke. And what do I mean by that? I mean they're either people bumping into each other, a receiver falling down, or a receiver running his route slow. Because something that a lot of you guys, or a lot of people don't realize, is that corner routes and posts, they will cut fast and they will cut slow. And that is the difference between them, for example, getting open and not open. And a lot of times, there's a dice roll there. Now, it might be a 70% chance, right? 30% of the time it does, 70% of the time it doesn't. A lot of times it's some kind of dice roll like that, where it's just probability. So that's one way people are getting stops, is just be on the receiving end of that probability on defense. Tip picks, this is probably the least fluky, yet it's still a fluky way where someone goes for an ag and they tip it out, right? They tip it out by getting some two-man animation, swatting it, whatever, and then someone comes in with a pick artist and picks it. That is good, and I think the ag itself should probably be picked off at this point. But the reason that still falls under fluke is that when you swat that ball, you don't know if that ball is going towards your pick artist or if it's going to go backwards. They could still ag it on you, and a lot of it is less based on user skill right now, and more so it's, hey, roll the dice. It's just a fact of the matter right now in the game, which is frustrating for me as somebody who wants to teach people how to play better defense and teach people how to get better at Madden, because a lot of it is your man coverage just didn't man cover right there. Sorry. I know some people are probably going to say like they've had success with different things, and I don't doubt any of that. But I'm telling you, at the highest of levels, when the best players in the world are playing each other right now, for the most part, there's very, very little defense being played across the board. You will see people get the occasional stop. I'm not saying you won't, but it's super generalizing it. There is no defense right now, boys.